Hey Ryan, Coach Blake here. Glad to see you got back out again. Having fun working with you. Uh, Please don't get frustrated by anything. I want to stress the fact that when you're making changes in your swing, it's very difficult, right? And a lot of times what happens, Ryan, is your swing moves so fast real time that if I'm doing soft toss or tee work, that it's hard to see these things. So this has been a great experience for me because I can sit here and look at the swing and have the information that I have and be able to actually see it because I can break this down into milliseconds as I freeze frame you. And so I hope that you in, enjoy it, enjoy the process of making changes. It's difficult, and that's why baseball can be a lot of fun because it is difficult. Hitting a baseball is very difficult. Hitting a baseball really hard is very difficult. So this concept that I'm going to continue to hammer on with you is very, very important. So what I did is I took the best player in baseball and I forwarded his swing up to when his foot hits the ground. And I want you to take note of a few things. Direction of his shoulder, hand placement. Okay? So that's where he is when his front side hits the ground. Okay? That is very, very important. And here is why. What happens is by holding this side back, when everything starts going forward, you create tension between your bottom half and your top half. And then as this starts to move forward, this tension here grows. And then what happens with Mike Trout is then there's an explosion to the ball. He releases all the tension from the top half. Now, I fast forwarded your swing to where your heel hits the ground. And what's happening is you've loosened the tension. All right? See, and how did that happen? Well, what happens is when your front foot hits the ground, you're dropping this shoulder. And along with that goes your elbow and your hands. So if we go back a little farther, you're in a great position here. This is a very good starting position. So imagine this. When you land, if you kept this position. So imagine that landing coming out here, this tension up here would grow and then you would almost like snap the rubber band. Okay? And that's what I want you to do because what happens is you land and you loosen the rubber band. You cut the distance between your hip turn and your hands. You make it smaller. If you're able to do what Trout does, you're going to create much more momentum, much more power when you release the hands. But you got to keep those hands up as you go forward and then explode into the ball. And I can tell you, this could be Mike Trout. I've done these with Mookie Betts, any number of players. You know, some kids from the Wellesley High School. You know, it all looks the same. So this isn't one like you can have different styles in your load and your front step, but this is not something that you can say, well, no, I can be different on this one piece. I can drop my shoulder earlier than Trout or other guys do it. Everybody's uniform here. That's a really good hitter. And so that's why we have to make this change. And so when you go back out again, let's start thinking about this. Think about it. I'm going forward. I'm keeping my hands higher for longer. I'm going to create that tension. I know you can do it. I know you really are a hard worker, and I know you really care about this swing. And you're going to take this advice to heart, and you're going to go out and do it. And so I have faith that this process that you and I are on right now is going to work for you. And I look forward to seeing the results. Talk to you soon.